Hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. How you doing? Let's react to the UK education system, shall we? It better be good. Let me just start off saying that. It better be good for how much shit we Americans get over here for our education system. I better be blown away. No, the format, I'm thinking the format is pretty similar. Just the curriculum is probably a bit different. But anyway, let's see what we got. This is by Migration Point. Link down below. Check them out.
The UK education system. The UK educational system has a strong reputation, and students will be able to discover chances that they may not find anywhere else.
Discover chances that they may not be able to find anywhere else. Okay.
Early years, primary education, up to Year 6, secondary school, Year 7 to 11, pre-university or further education.
Okay. So as far as the format, very similar.
Year 12 to 13, and higher education, undergraduate and...
My brain is a little bit stupid, so I'm having to be like, okay, year 13, that's grade 12. Because, you know, counting kindergarten. But I'm with you.
Year 12 to 13, and higher education, undergraduate and postgraduate courses, make up the UK educational system.
Easy.
Because each of the UK countries has autonomy over educational affairs, there are some small differences in education systems across the country.
I'll tell you one small difference right now between, I mean, he's saying within the UK, but between America and the UK, our seats are normally attached to the desk. I don't know why. I don't know what happened for them to be like, you know what, we need to attach these seats to the desk. The kids keep throwing the seats or the desks. We need to attach them to the desks.
Educational affairs, there are some small differences in education systems across the country.
Here, let me show you. Something like this right here. Man, that is nostalgic.
Early childhood education, primary education, and secondary education. Primary and secondary education in the United Kingdom are inclusive of reception, kindergarten through year 11.
Reception?
Typically, students begin school at the age of 4 and finish at the age of 16.
Wait, what? How do they finish by 16?
With a General Certificate of Secondary Education, GCSE. Upon completion of Year 11, students must pass a series of standardized exams in their chosen subjects to receive a GCSE.
Oh, wow.
Students in the United Kingdom have two...
That's actually quite different. You get to choose what subjects you want to be for your final test for graduation?
GCSE. Upon completion of Year 11, students must pass a series of standardized exams in their chosen subjects to receive a GCSE.
That's quite fascinating. So already during secondary education, they're you kind of get to choose your own path a little bit. Cool.
Students in the United Kingdom have two basic sorts of schooling options: state schools and independent schools. Over 90% of British students attend state schools, which are free to attend and are administered and funded by the UK Department of Education. Independent schools that charge tuition are also available to students. Although these schools are not run by the government, they must nonetheless follow the government's educational guidelines.
It's actually very similar to here in America.
Independent schools are accepting applications from overseas students who want to study there. Except for dependent children accompanying an adult international student, state...
I wonder how much an independent school costs, because a private school here in America, it's unreal how expensive they are. I'm talking like $10,000 a year minimum. Well, maybe not minimum. I don't know, but that's about right. Okay, private school fees vary. Yes, indeed, of course. Average cost $15,000 per year. Wow. Phew. So it's not any cheaper for a private school.
Except for dependent children accompanying an adult international student, state schools do not accept international students. Further education. In the United Kingdom, full-time schooling is required until the age of 18. After finishing secondary school at
See, here in America, I actually don't even know the laws anymore. The laws are weird. I think they vary by state. You'll hear people, especially older people, be like, yeah, I dropped out when I was 14. It's like, wow, I didn't even know that was legal. But I think here you can drop out when you're like 16 now, if you want to. Most people don't. Most people will finish and stay the full 18 years.
age
Or not the full 18 years, but when they're 18 years old is when they finish.
16, British students attend a further education (FE) institution for 2 years, referred to in their educational path as Year 12 and Year 13.
Okay, so that's how they're graduating when they're 16, because they actually, wow, this is kind of interesting. That's quite interesting. So 16-year-olds, if you decide not to go on to further education, you're just into the workforce at 16 years old. Damn.
After graduation, the student can either pursue academic degrees that are necessary for university admission or obtain occupational credentials that will allow them to enter the job market right away.
I will say, I like that system, though. You get those 2 years where it's kind of like a transitionary period to college or to university, huh?
Admission is determined on a student's GCSE results. In the United States, Canada, and many other countries, further education is comparable to the final years of secondary school. College education is not intended to be replaced by this program. Senior secondary education is often called pre-university education. Further education colleges can be big, comprehensive schools providing a wide range of study options, or they can be focused on a specific field of study, such as visual, performing arts colleges or agricultural or land-based colleges. There are also sixth form colleges, which cater to students aged 16 to 19, and are
So they call it a college. They call it a college when you go on to the further education, which is years 12 and 13. That's a little bit confusing for me because a college over here is a university. But okay, I'm here. I'm with you. Maybe. I don't know. Am I?
are frequently linked to secondary schools to facilitate the transition between the two levels of education. Higher education. Undergraduate, bachelor's, and postgraduate, master's and doctoral studies are both included in higher education.
It's nice that we all have the same system as far as those degrees. That makes things a lot easier as far as going to different countries, getting jobs.
In the United Kingdom, bachelor's degrees are awarded after 3 years of full-time study.
3 years? Wow, over here it would be 4.
If a student adds a year of work experience between study semesters, known as a sandwich year, it will take 4 years. 5 years of study are required for professional degrees such as medicine, veterinary medicine, and architecture.
So you can become a doctor in 5 years? My gosh. Wow, that's awesome. It takes 8 years here in America. Because really you're spending the first 4 years not really learning specifically medicine. I mean, of course, you're probably getting a bachelor degree in like biology or something. So, it's something adjacent to medicine, but not actually medical school.
A master's degree may be earned in as little as a year, whereas a doctorate takes 3 to 5 years to finish. An integrated master's degree, a 4-year program that integrates undergraduate and graduate courses, is also available. Students are enrolled after completing their A-levels, further education, but do not get a bachelor's degree. Higher education is primarily provided by universities, while certain further education schools and institutes, in collaboration with a recognized authority, provide degrees and foundation degrees, a 2-year degree.
We call that an associate's degree.
A recognized organization is a higher education institution that has been allowed to confer degrees in the United Kingdom by the British government through legislation.
Wow, that was actually a lot of information packed in there. I learned a whole lot there. That was quite fascinating. I kind of like that system. In a lot of ways, it's very similar to what we have over here, but I like that transitionary 2-year period of further education to get you ready for university. And it starts bringing you down that path of specialization. I think that's pretty smart. I like that. Good explanation, easy to follow, and helps me greatly in my upcoming exam. The people agree. Good video. Check them out. Migration Point. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, I hope. I'll be here. Goodbye.